Hello, everybody. I'm not up on I'm on the wrong spot. There we go. I hope everybody is having a good day. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, Tiki's Trinkets and Treasures. You guys, do you see that thing behind me? I get it. I turned around the piece once so that I take the whole thing apart, do it again, and I get all the way there, and then the piece right here just broke off. Which is, I was going to keep all my different kind of labels and whatever in that so that it was cleaned up and I knew where everything was. And yeah, isn't that just the way of it? Hello, Rosanna. Hi, Mary. So I'm not sure what we're going to do today because I have a couple of options of what we could work on. So I was thinking it could be kind of a choose your own adventure sort of thing. So that I'm 90% sure that I want to use one of the golem beads here, and then I will use one of the other ones in an actual recorded video where I can give some sneak peeks to the collections, but I'm allowed to do so. So actually, I'm just waiting for his approval of the description that goes with the video. He didn't ask for that. He didn't ask me to send it to him ahead of time, but I just felt that it was the respectful thing to do. But hold on, let me go save a couple of pictures to my hold on, the whole day in town. I'll read the text carefully now and we'll let you know in about half an hour. Okay, so I should be able to post very soon and get the post up. He's reading it now, so that's good. He literally just said that to me. I'm gonna download that. Go back. I didn't want it to do that. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do it this way. Ba, ba, ba. Are you guys ready? Oh, are you ready? Yeah, they are great on leather. And I thought about that's what I'm like, kind of, I have the perfect colors to go with it, but unfortunately, it's not something I can do. Oh, wait, do I already have those? No, these are the pictures of the ones I ordered. I thought that they were new ones. That was kind of funny. But I'm glad Rosanna said, no, I've seen those before because I felt like an idiot. And I didn't continue to use them, so that's good. But these ones are new, I promise. I'm so excited. He's got 3 more kiln files to fire before he's hoping to have it all done before we meet on Sunday. It is going to be 2 hours earlier than normal, which is still 1 o'clock in the morning for him. So we're lucky it wasn't a morning one, but yeah. So are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because they're really cool. There's this one. So these are obviously like this is 8 of the collections that come with, like when you order the beads, you can get a collection. I love them. I really like the go-go bead and was thinking, like, if you know a teacher that you love enough to, give a good gift to, the blue would be perfect because the red are actually little apples. So they're really cute. Those of you who like the animal ones, the cat at the bottom, I'm loving the coordinating beads that almost look like copper on top, kind of like Rosanna's nails right now. They have that like shimmer that they're just beautiful. I can't see your comments while I'm doing this because yeah, the cat, right? Exactly. And then here's the other one that I've been given the okay to share. I'm in love and obsessed with the butterfly. I would be down for everything on this page. Now, don't get me wrong. There are several collections on this first page that I would like. I really like the apple one and the blue one off to the right side. And I like the yellow one, but this whole page I'm obsessed with and I want them. And in fact, I'm going to tell you what he said yesterday because it was funny. I said, I told him he like sent them to me and I said, I'm obsessed. I'm going to need 10 of each. I don't need to eat, right? And he goes, ceramic beads are very healthy. 0 calories, non-GMO, which I just found. I thought that was hilarious. Very quick-witted. That little like 2 messages like calmed me down quite a bit. Because I was like, oh, he's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Sorry, I'm sitting on my sweater. This one goes like all the way down, past like the booty and stuff, which I appreciate. So, and I think I'm gonna cut my hair shorter than I did. It's driving me nuts. So, oh, what do you guys think of this? Okay, bury that digestion though. Yeah, I know. Isn't the butterfly just they're so beautiful. And the thumbnail design is actually all of the beads that came out of the first kiln firing. And then I just like, I put there were 2 like pictures and I put them side by side. And then I put I made them more transparent looking. So you guys will be able to see. I don't know if I've downloaded that yet or not. Let me see. I'll show you what I mean. But it was just, it's fun. I hope everybody will like it. It's kind of a little like, when people put when people put, okay, let me download this. You know how when people are doing like a bead box and they don't want to ruin the surprise for anybody, so they like put it up like as black and white or whatever else? It's a little bit, I know I'm excited, very excited. So this is what the thumbnail is going to look like, which he really likes it, so that's good. That makes me happy. There we go. So these are the beads. Those are all of the beads. It's 2 pictures next to each other. And so that is the first kiln fire. So I mean, if you put it up on your TV and just like realize that that the colors are going to be so rich and deep and vibrant, like all of his colors are, they're just saturated. I had so much fun writing the description. It was more story-like. So I hope he's gonna like that, but it's gonna be fun. You can put it up on your TV after I get it posted, and you can like go in and kind of peek and look around, which he loved it. I wanted it to be like very much about him. So that's why his picture's in the middle and his name is larger than, Beading Besties is at the top, but that's not the focus as it usually is because that's obviously what the show is called. So I'm very happy about it. It's great. And I found out that he does retreats. Did anybody else know this? He does retreats where like fans can get together and hang out and bead together and all of this stuff. A retreat? What the heck? I'm like, ugh. Hi, Dorothy. Oh, you're Dot. You go by Dot. Hi, Dot. You missed it. Hold on. We gotta show her. It's only fair. Here are some of the new collections. Dot. These are, that's 6, 7, 8 of them. And then here's, why can't I add 8 other ones? And as I was telling everybody else, this is the thumbnail. So if you want to open this up on your computer and like zoom in, and just imagine the like texture and vibrancy and everything else, it'll be good. But yeah, so I am like 90% sure that I am gonna use one of the beads. I'll show you guys. I also need to give you guys this recipe that Stephen and I worked very hard to like perfect. It's an brown butter toasted oatmeal like cereal bar kind of thing, or like a breakfast, kind of like a Nutri-Grain thing, but and we use craisins and the zest off of like the cuties and stuff. We took the sugar down to like half of what we noticed were in other cookies. And so we took it way down and they're delicious and we make them in cookie form. You can obviously stick them in a 9x13 or do a double batch and put it in a full sheet pan and cook it that way. And then you'll have bars, but they stay soft for over a week if they last that long in our house. So they're really, really good. I need to put the recipe up, but yes. That one on the right looks like Cleopatra's body piece. On what? Because now you have me curious. On one of the pictures or the thumbnail itself? Because now I want to know. Like now I want to know which one he's talking about. I gotta go look it up. Ooh, which one is she mean? Oh, do you mean this one right here with the purple to the left? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, this is the second page. Yeah, is it this one? I'm I'm acting as if you can see my screen, which I didn't screen share, so you cannot see my screen. But yeah, it's gorgeous. That was like one of the first ones that I was like, because I love them. I ordered one. I have one similar I ordered. It hasn't been made yet, but yeah. So let's go ahead and go down to the mat, and you guys can help me decide what it is we're going to make today. Oh, let me put the comments back up so I can see them. And we're going to go down to the mat. And I don't know why it looks so dark right here, but okay, here are the options. So these are the 3 beautiful golem beads, and I don't even know which direction this goes in. That's kind of cool though. So I have these 3 ones, okay? I have these beautifully butter, like Kerrygold butter. Shell pearls that Tammy Floria sent me. They're so gorgeous. And then I have the coral shell pearls from Bargain Bead Box, and I was thinking something along this lines. So there's that option for that one. These ones are kind of you could do one or the other and it wouldn't matter. but I have the dragonfly one. And again, I have these beautiful glass pearls. They came from Sammy Floria. These have been saved in my stash for like so long because you ever just get that bead and then you can't find it again? Like, look at these. I love the twist of them. They're just sexy. Okay, don't start getting all blurry on me. Come on. I know, I'll take it off once we decide. But I have those, but I only have 7 of those. So they would have to be used sparingly. But I do have these other glass pearls as well as these crackle glass beads that have like a really cool texture on the outside. They're faceted. It's kind of hard to like show you, but it's not just faceted. There's texture on the outside of the beads. So I figured we could do that with these. We could also create with this beautiful piece charite. You guys, you see that? And I was thinking that we would probably use the same purple glass, and then I have silver sheen obsidian that I think will just go perfect. This just reminds me of like brush strokes. I love it. I love these. I think I have like 5 of them, but these are like a $40 pendant, if not $50, because obviously the quality of these and if you are a true Charite fan, obviously this isn't the it isn't this Charite, it is the darker, and some people might have said that it wasn't a quality bead, but I thought they were, so I bought them as such. They're just so pretty. So we could also make with this using any of these beads because those also go perfect with it. Then if we want to do the blue to the purple, we could I was thinking we could do some color blocking and go from the light blue to the medium blue to the darker blue to the purple and just color block the necklace. And I bring up the color blocking because I don't have many of these light blue pearls, but I have those that could go with it. And then, I have some blue. Oh no, did we put them away? We might have put them away. So I'd have to grab them, but it's not far. This is what I can't wait for. I cannot wait for my things to be right there. I don't know, but I don't think the blue ones didn't work because I don't have the beads I want right here, and I'm not quite sure where they are. But that blue, even though it's a different kind of tone, it's yes. Yeah, the yellow goes nicely with the dragonfly as well. I agree, but this is all I have. This little tray is all those that I have. And they were in her stash from forever because I called and asked her where she got these ones because I was like, oh, look at that cornflower blue with the yellow. Which I guess we could do that too. We could go that route and do the light blue, the yellow. We could even mix in some of these agate beads for the blue. What do you guys think? Yes, what, Mary, my love? Sorry, I couldn't. Oh, you're cute. Yes, that would work. Okay, so do you guys want to do the dragonfly? Hi, Kim. Your box is coming today. If it wasn't already delivered, it's out for delivery, or at least last time I checked. Yeah, this would be more spring, whereas this would be like, even though this is a lighter color, when you mix it in, it becomes kind of like moody, but not in a bad way, in the best way possible. And if we wanted to pop one of the purple in, we could do so, just put bright silver bead caps on it so that it draws the lighter tones up, up to the surface more. Sometimes like you see it here with the yellow and the light blue and stuff, and it looks one way, but if you take it back over here with like the darker, you can't see because my face is in the way, over here it looks more moody. So oh, it came 2 days ago. That's weird. Yay, I'm so glad you love it. Oh, you guys, she asked me to find her elephant skin jasper, and I ordered her like 6 strands, 4 millimeter, either 2 6 or 2 8 millimeters, but she had 4, 6, 8, and 10 millimeter, and I was like, so yes. Same one we are thinking, I hope. Yeah, we can do this one. Absolutely, we can. All right, so let me pull this off to the side. I found my little like flower dish, but you guys, these little things just, they don't seem to like me much. So we'll put the yellow in the middle because they're the biggest beads. So, and then I have the cornflower blue that we can put in. And are we thinking like a color block situation with this? Like, would we want to color block it, or do we just want to create a design? This is you guys today, okay? I did not sleep well last night. I have to call technical support after this to get it to where I can use my new camera with the remote. I can use the new camera, but it's an AI and it tracks. So it keeps going to look for me. But there's a way where I can set like the area, which would be the dimensions of my bead mat. And then, oops, sorry guys. And then it should follow my hands, which would be good because then I'd never be out of frame. I do have, oh, I forgot. Are the rest of those? Man, I know I have more of these. I just don't know where. Oh, that makes me sad. They would have been perfect as the second blue. Look at that. Okay, we'll find that later. I have to find those because that's just beautiful. But I do have some other blues. They're just not as round as these ones. They're not the same grade of pearls, you can see, but I don't really mind that. But I see these in like a knotted like situation. That's the way I see those. But I have like the gradient of these 3 like that. They just go like light, dark, dark. So I forgot that I wanted to make a knotted necklace with those. She also sent me these, you guys. They are so yummy. They're the littlest, like lightest purple little potato beads. They're so pretty. That's gonna be probably a birthday present for Squish. What's their green in the dragonfly one? Wait, where did the dragon? Oh, there it goes. I was like, wait, where did our bead go? I do also, I don't know that we'd want to use it, but I do have the green as well. That is the same green in the dragonfly, like the grasses. So I do have that, but I kind of am liking the more, I don't know, the brighter tones. If you disagree, let me know. Okay, so links gloves. Okay, so color block means that like I would do 3 of these, and then I would go and I do 3 yellows, and then 3 of these, 3 kind of like that, rather than just having a pattern that goes all the way around the necklace. So that's what that means. The green is the right color. These, I do have to tell you guys something because it annoys me. Do you see these beautiful? They're like the perfect seafoam green, but they're drilled this way, the short way. Why? They would be so beautiful the other way. They're so long that it almost would create like a T situation with whichever bead. That is one of my pet peeves about pearls, is that sometimes I look at them and I'm like, why did they drill it that way? The purple, no, that's not super. Okay, so let's put this away. You're in my way, Shadow. Yeah, you're in on the way. Please do not knock this over when you get up. Okay. Put those right there so she can't. Okay, so we need some stringing wire. Hello, hello, Linda. We could do this as a knotted project as well. I could knot this. I'm pretty sure I have some. We still have the purple. We have the white. I'm thinking silver. I have white 49 strand bead along stringing cord. We could take a nod from Rosanna's live, and I could do an illusion style necklace. Since there's not like a whole bunch of these, there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's only 13 of these, and there might be like 15 of these. But I could do like an illusion style necklace because I have white, and I think the white would look really good if we stuck more to these colors. So a complementary color incorporated. Yeah, like we were thinking this blue. Or are you saying that it's too matchy? Because I have this blue and I have pearls that are the color of the green. I have these in my drawer like this. I want to pull this thing off since I don't know. I want to make earrings to go with it. So there must have been separators for this desk originally, which I'd love to like have new. And you like the green? Yes, I do have the green. Also, how did I forget I had these? Oh, there's that was grand. Well, how did I forget I had those pretties? And I have these are like a forest green. Oh, do we want to go that route instead? Because I also have some cranberry pearls somewhere, just not sure. That might be what I do with this. I just want to show it in like a soft way. I don't know the proper way of saying what I'm trying to say. I'm going to make a separate focal here. And then I also have this really nice gold chain if we wanted to have like just do the front and then have chain going around. That would be pretty too, if we didn't want to do an illusion style necklace. So we could start with like 3 of the blue, but obviously put a crimp on first. And then the green and then the yellow. Or just space out the blue and the yellow. Complementary to the yellow, that would be a purple or lilac or mauve. The blue would be peach or apricot. Yeah, I have lilac right here. We have those out too. I have those ones. I have just the round. And then I have these glass pearls that I've literally been hoarding because I only have 7 of them, but they're just beautiful. I love the shape of them. They're really pretty. Okay, well then here are the spacers I was going to use. If we string it, that's fine too. And I did come up with this little pattern, and I stacked some some spacer beads but I'm looking it as if that's a bead in and of its own. Like it's not just a bunch. Yes, and I have these corals too. And I have lots of these. So where are those other spacers? Reset, yeah. Where's the others? And then if I'm doing this one light, I might go like really moody with the other one and do like a darker, find my cranberry pearls. Okay. So let's see, how are we going to do this? I was having a hard time figuring out how to account for the hole in here, but what Rosanna said is very true. So I might make a leather tail. That would work. That would work. I could even go with like a thicker one than that. Hold on. And then the knot would cover up the hole. No, I don't want to. This is more of a reddish brown. There's that. Why do you not say it mauve? So you'll say mauve. I've always heard it say mauve. Well, I'm glad I was able to make you laugh. I also have this gold chain that we could use. I'm gonna have to zoom out. There's no way I'm staying on frame that tight. That would just be cool to myself. Use right. Okay. I have this brown, but this one is definitely like a red tone, even more so than that one. I'm kind of liking this with the colors. I think it'll be so pretty with a knot and a little loop that just like then connects to the bracelet. I also have this darker, oh, that's not what I thought it was. I have some darker brown, looking for it. Because I would definitely want it to be like, that's black, that's not what I want. No, that's 1 millimeter. Now, I don't normally like shiny leather. I don't know what else to call it. But if I have one, this yellow would be beautiful with that. We could pull in the green using this leather. That could be really pretty. Or just I'm still leaning towards that brown. Not where you should be, sir. Yeah, I think I like the one I pulled out to begin with. I think I like this one best. Though I have the purple too. Ah, I'm gonna try the purple, see what it looks like knotted up with it. I hate when things are looped like this. Because the second you take off that thread tie, it's not going to be good. I'm cutting off way more than I need. I just want to see here. My knotter. No. See, this is why I don't like shiny leather. It's way too slick. I'm sorry, I did not demonstrate that at all. I will for the top. And this is definitely a knot that you want to glue. because the coating on the outside just leaves it so slick. That could work. I wish these weren't glass. Oh, these are not glass. Do I want to try to drill out the hole to put the blue on top? If I do, you guys might have to entertain yourselves for a minute because it goes so much faster in water. I do have my fingertips to save my hands from it. I just moved those. When I drill pearls, I go a little bit at a time. I don't ever like try to drill the whole thing all at once. I try to find one that it will go in relatively easy, but is not like it doesn't just slide on. I think it's gonna be this purple one right here. Oh, no, that one on too. This one might not take as long to drill as I thought. So it should, this one isn't all the way on. So let's try this one. It's not going through, as you see. Oh, I forgot I lost the collot that fits these. Dang it. Where did I just put those? You guys just saw them the other day, and I just had them on the desk right before this. And I put them someplace so they weren't on, like, in shot of the camera. Oh, well. Okay. Vantage chip. We'll just do the purple. It's all right. You can add the blue on either side. So for the second portion, you're just going to want to make a loop at the top. And like I said, this leather's slick. So you're going to have to give yourself grace and know that you're going to have to walk the knot down. So around once, you see what I did there? I put it around my finger because if you try to go, it just slides back to the bottom one. So after you do the first one, position the second strand there, and then you can do the same thing for the third one if you need to, but most likely you should not need to at that. Sorry guys, I forgot to close out Facebook. Okay, close this out so it stops stinging. There we go. Pull the leather down and through. And like I said, you're going to have to walk this knot down and then pull the whole small. Yeah, this purples may not work because I don't know if I can make the it won't have to be like, yeah. Watch how easy that is to come undone. Did you see that? All right, we're going to go with the brown leather. That's okay. do this again. So we're just gonna make a barrel knot. Gonna hold it. So you're just gonna put your metal tube bead up against the leather. You're gonna go under and around once, twice, third times, walking it back towards your left hand, not your right. You want to go through the top of the bead tube. You go through the bottom, the knot is gonna just fall out. Oh, I just lost the knot. I saw it slipping. Oh, 1, 2, 3 times. Hold the knot on my tube bead, put this through, hold it, pull the bead tube out, and just start tightening it. Why did that not work? 1, 2, 3. Down through the knot. I don't even know what I was doing wrong. I wish I did so I could tell you, but we got the knot. Then you're going to take your bead. Don't throw it like I just did. And then we're going to make a loop and we're going to do the knot up top as well. Well then, I was able to sit forward enough that hardly anyone on the floor, but it's just going to be one of those days, I guess. Okay. Out of my way. Move this off. Well, I need that. I got it right here. Okay, we will move this up so it is not in the way, and so the picture is not all blurry. Where did my knot go though? Oh, there it is. Okay, you're gonna make a little loop. You're gonna take your tube bead and you're gonna put it on top. You're gonna go once, twice, 3 times. You're gonna go in the tube. You're gonna cut more leather than I did, so it's not as tricky to get this leather that is already almost the perfect. I'm just kind of slowly rolling the leather down so that there's something for me to grab onto on the other side. Okay. Looks like I got a double wrap. I'm okay with that. Am I though? I don't think I am okay with that. So I'm just going to very carefully use my fingers, not my nail, and I will undo this knot and do it again. Here we go. I think it's because the loop is so close to the knot where it is itself. There we go. Whew, took a little finagling. I might be sweating over here a little bit. I'm just gonna slowly tighten the knot without stressing the leather so it doesn't break. I kind of like it a little bit chunkier up there. That's kind of nice. If you do like the chunkier knot than down here, all you do is make a loop and then you cut the loop off at the end. And then I need my glue, which, as I said the other day, I use the Loctite if I'm putting it into like a cord end or whatever, but just for gluing the knots, because this has movement as it's more rubbery. So it doesn't like crack or whatever else. Plus I like the precision tip because I can go down into the knot itself and glue it. I don't have to like do it on the outside where it's more visible. So there's that. Plus GS Typo doesn't mess with me as bad as other glues do because I am allergic to glue. But because you can just kind of rub it right off your hand, it doesn't make my hands. The only way I can explain it is that my hands feel very, very hot when I and then I blister from it, but not with the GS Hypo. No, actually, I'm not going to push that down because before I put it away, just in case it pops out, I'm going to go in with my thread burner. And we want to tan this. We don't want to burn it. It will get crispy. It's just not a good thing. So you just do little taps. And I like this better than the Sharpie trick because my oldest son had one and he came home and he was like, Mom, the Sharpie got on my wrist because they were doing a lab or something in science class and he didn't like it. So I was like, well, what can I do so that doesn't happen? And see, it looks nice. Okay, there's our focal. Although now I'm looking at it and I think that it would look nicer if I looped the leather up under so there wasn't anything at the bottom. So let me show you what I'm thinking on one of the other ones. So instead of there being a knot down at the bottom of the bead, the leather would come up behind and then it would be knotted so that there's nothing below the bead. What do you guys think? Hi, Anita. You think it would look? I just don't want this bottom knot to detract from the beautiful color inside of the bead itself. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to cut another piece of leather. That was way too long. It's okay. I keep my scraps and I use them. So we're just going to put this in and we're going to pull it up to the back. We're going to make our little loop and we will use the other cord. I wonder. I'm going to pull out the thinner version of this. So then I can completely hide that. Here's the thinner version. Not that thin. This one is a bit thicker. Am I using the one I'm thinking of? That it's just not as thin. No, because there's this right here, and this is the one I want. So what is this look like? Okay, I don't know what this other piece is attached to, but it's the smaller version of this. I just don't. Okay, so we're gonna go in like this. The loop can go back down inside of the bead, like so. We're going to bring this up like this. That way the knot isn't as big. You're going to wind it once. Nope, stay put. I'm going to have to do it with my other hand twice, 3 times. How did that one come out? I want the bottoms. It's fine. Part I wanted to hide popped up a little bit, but it's okay because it's the slide one, and then I can push that back into the hole. Why did it do that? Let's watch Heather fumble with leather. I am normally very comfortable and do very well when I am working with leather. So I don't know what my issue is today. Whew. Once more, put this in. It's going to come back up and around. We're going to have a loop whose end I want to hide inside the bead as much as possible. This might be a situation where a round one works better because it can curve with the bead. So this is just going to come undone if I do it this way because it's not tight enough. Yeah, I know. The cat's paw knot I really like. It's one of my favorites. Okay, this is what I think is going to work the best. If I can get this second strand of leather to come out the other side, then I can hold it and mess with the loop and adjust the loop as much as I need to, because I will have access to this piece of leather. The round one, which did in fact help last time. 1, 2, 3 through the tube, and then I will also put glue inside the bead as well, so that it will stay where it's supposed to stay. Just like so, but I actually love it. There we go. I don't know why it wouldn't tighten before. Because it's crisscrossed in the back is why. But I think it has to be. Okay. Okay, time to glue, and then I'm gonna leave this to set while we do the rest of the necklace. And then I can come back. But for that, I was gonna say Loctite might be better for the, not in this purpose, but the nozzle isn't small enough to get in there and do what I wanted to do. Go back to the back side, glue some more, wipe the glue off and straight into, well, it's supposed to go straight into the knot that way. Okay. And now that I'm all like flustered, I can't get the needle in back in the top of this too. GS hypo is kind of my like kryptonite. I have such a, like, I have had bottle after bottle break. I've had the little pin go in and then come out down here instead of staying inside. I've had all kinds of problems with it, but it really is my clue of choice for this situation. So there we go. Okay, there we go. Leave that, put it away. Put it away. Okay, on to the string. I can't exactly put that up to the top. It won't work that way. But I think that Linda's suggestion of the lilac pearls, I think will look better rather than going for these over here as the purple color. We could still add these, but I think the lighter purple fits in the family of these. So now I just have to decide if I want to color block it. As I said, and then I could do the, I mean, heck, we could even use the coral because the coral would be really pretty as well. So I would say that, oh, I can't leave this up here because I don't want to touch it with the jump ring. Okay. Well, I'm a tad bit nervous to take this off. I don't have to take it off yet. I can wait until it dries. I can still string it, even if it's not there. But I do want my loop just a smidge smaller if I'm still able to do that. Not quite that small, Heather. It's already drying is the problem. Okay, there we go. Not the problem, but yeah. So I will probably start off with 2 spacers right at the knot. Oops, no, wrong one. Just so that I have it. And then I'm gonna move the plate up here in the hopes of minimizing like any issues with the, okay, there we go, with the focusing. So I'll just pull these out and set them on my plate. And then I have the other spacers over there. I don't even know that I'm going to use these spacers in the other place. Then at the center, so we'll have them out. But I do have the sparkly ones too over here. No, I don't think I like that. I think I just want a silver 4mm spacer. Like so. And then I want to start with the blue, I think. I cut that with the wrong thing, so it's smushed out the ends. This is the bad pair that I messed up, as you can tell, because it won't even cut this. Okay. One, trying to decide, do I want a little itty bitty? I think I might want to, where are they? I know they're right here somewhere. Because I just put them right here. They are, I think. Well, that's one of the two that I wanted, but where's the little ones? Where are the little, oh, also, I don't know what I just knocked over, but it's okay. I actually don't want to use those. I want to use some sterling silver ones, since this is going to have the golem bead and all the freshwater pearls in it. I would prefer to have the quality bits, parts, whatever. I think this is where the little ones are. Nope, this is just class. Where did I put them? They're not in there. No. I might want that one later. Did I put them up here? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put the sterling silver on as well. And now you don't have to do this. I'm choosing to do this for exactly the reason that I said I want to have, like, this is leather cord USA leather. This is sterling silver. The rest of these findings are all silver plated, that kind of thing. So just go like this. You do not like this. This pearl does not like this wire for some reason. There's a spot in the middle that's causing it to not want to lay out. Okay, yeah, I want the little ones because I don't want them. Sorry, I'm sitting here jabbering away to myself. Hi, Dominique. I will send you a link to it, sweetie. As soon as we're done here, I'll send you a link, Kim. It's one of the most recent videos, but and then we're just going to do another flower, and then I'm going to use spacer beads to make a like metal bead. So I have these like flat, I don't know, they're really pretty. I don't know how to describe them properly. But then I also have these sterling silver plated like donut beads, and if I put a donut bead on and then one of these little carved saucer beads on, it looks like a bead rather than I don't know what words are not easy for me today for some reason, and I don't know why. But that will be how we separate them. So we did blue, so now I want to go to the other side. And I think I want to pull the coral in first. And then we'll go back to the purple for the blue side of it. And then, or actually, I should probably do the yellow first, or I don't know. I may just want to do one yellow in between each section since they are a different size, and then make the beaded bead again and do the next block of color. Yes, I like that. Okay, so now we can go to the purple or the green. No, I still want to go to the coral. I know Linda isn't a fan of people using too many spacers, but oh, these show pearls have the smallest holes known to man or woman, I guess. Goodness. And then we're going to do the little ones and do that. Coral. And then I think I'm going to go to the green, and then I'll go to the purple after that. And then if we need to repeat again, we can, or we can just add chain to it. But I am really liking the yellow in the middle. Yeah, even the shell ones, but yes. 2 days ago and 4 days ago. You don't have to be sorry. I don't mind helping. I am ecstatic that you are wanting to use something that I did. But if you stay put and I get this done and we're not like crazy over time, I can demonstrate it again right now. Do you guys like the yellow as like the divider since it's a bigger bead than all the rest? I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think it helps delineate the different colors nicely. Okay, so now we're going to go to let's do the green. Oh, forgot my bead cap. I'm going to be picky about which one I choose and try to find the like most round ones in this, but I'm not even like super worried about that because I just love this green grass color. Let's see. Okay. Yes. I like it. My hair is having a mind of its own. I'm out of the stuff that I normally use for my hair, and like the store also ran out of it. I could go to Ulta, but it's almost $10 more a bottle than when I buy it from Walmart. So I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. The thing I'm wondering is if there's too much silver in between the yellow and the other beads. Yeah, I think it's a little too much. So I think I'm going to restring this. I'm just going to use the little saucer beads, I think. Or do I want the donut? Actually, let me try this. Yes, I have enough. Millimeter, a saucer. I might want to go to a 4mm. Yeah, let me go to a 4mm, which means that I want a 4mm here as well. Sorry. No, I just completely took that apart. But I was sitting there looking at it anyways. Okay. I'm gonna have to use the sparkle round. Yeah, these are silver plated. I was just trying to be a picky bitch. Like, it's very well known to everybody in my life that Heather is a picky bitch. And if anybody is going to get food, they just look at me and go, just text it to me, mom. And then they just show the phone to the people. Just part of who I am, I guess. Okay. So if we put that there, we're going to do our little blue pearls. You guys just fit. So don't do this. Thank you. A little spacer, another blue. What? Cooper, no, I'm not letting you out. You will bark. Cooper is my crazy neurotic multi-clue. He's the reason that the Mulshipu breed came about, because he's a complete neurotic spaz. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so then I do one of these. And I'm either going to do the donut here, which I think could look cool because it'll actually sit. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's it. Got it. Ba, ba, ba. I like it when things work out. And I'm pretty good at stringing, like, for not just like using the stringing wire as like a needle and going through it. And then we did coral. Next. Coral. Spacer. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know, but that's why you're the spacer queen, my love. I like how this is spaced out, but it's not filled in. It kind of gives your eyes a rest. Hey, no, and stop scratching at Cooper. Get down. Oh, he's gonna drive me crazy. He got brought in here because he was in trouble. So now he wants to be reassured. And so he's jumping up and pawing at my leg. But he's just fine. He can wait. Because if I give in to him right now and reinforce this bad behavior, he will do it more. So, okay, back to the green, and we're almost to where we were before I took everything off. I'm glad everybody agreed that it was too much because I liked it. This just looks more open and airy to me than when it was stacked all together. But yes, Rosanna is the Spacer Queen. She holds that title. Kind of like Kelly being the barrel knot queen. So much so that she called the barrel tubes a barrel knot tube, and sold them individually. And people would buy them. Yellow. That's wrong. And then we're going to go to the purple. I kind of like that we're using all different, like we had the freshwater, we had the shell. Now we're going to introduce a glass pearl. And it doesn't look, one isn't like so glaringly obvious that it doesn't go. But I also think that it's providing a little bit of texture to the piece as well, because it does have all the colors in it. And if we want, I don't think that I want to like pull in the darker blue. I think that I like these like soft colors. I mean, there are some of these that are like more translucent than others, but I really like the way that the tone of this is going. I hope I'm explaining that in a way that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I just like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Does anybody know where that saying came from? Because I don't. And it drives me crazy because I know that it's from like a movie or something. Kind of like Matthew McConaughey's, all right, all right, all right. Everybody knows that that's his. I'm trying to remember who said I like it a lot. And I have wondered this for literally years, and I've never been able to figure it out. And I've tried to Google search it, and it just, oh my gosh, nobody saw. How did we all miss that I did not put a yellow pearl here? We all missed it. I would have expected it to be in the comments. Come on, guys. You're supposed to have my back when things like this happen. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. Cool. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to do a video. If I do go live later this afternoon, it's mostly for testing, but you're more than welcome to pop in and tell me what you think. But it will be for testing the new camera. So that should be, such a fun call. Calling technical support is always a good time. She said facetiously. But the resolution with the camera is awesome. Plus, we're going, I believe, to pick up the modem. We're going to go back to like the cable internet, even though it's more expensive. But actually, it's not that much more than we're paying for Verizon Wi-Fi. And it's quite annoying because, like, if I put my phone as a hotspot, it's a faster connection than our modem. And that's when our modem is directly plugged in to my computer. So if you're not live streaming in higher quality, like if you don't want that higher quality, which I do, so it stops like glitching out when I'm doing a video in like a higher resolution. So we're doing that today as well. And then we shouldn't have any other problems. Okay, now we're to the purple. Finally, right? Boop, 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 yep. And then I'm going to string the other side and then decide at that point if I want to if like I want to at that point in time do a little bit of chain for around the back of the neck. But I really like this a lot. Very happy with the way that it's turning out. I think it's really pretty. Because it could be cool to do a bracelet using, but more on a like smaller repeat, like do 2 instead of 3. Mostly because I don't know that I'll have enough of the blue to do. But if the camera does track my hands the way because like I had it pointed at the mat, but because it could hear my voice, it kept turning the camera towards me, which is great if that's what you're looking for. But I want to use what's the positioning where I set like an area and then it stays within that area, which is ideal. I'm gonna do this donut. Yeah, I do like the alternative between the beads. It just provides more of an airy look to me. But that's the great part of designing jewelry. You can make it the way you want it. Oh, does Rosanna have to go? Okay, I hope they don't work you too hard, hon. Hi, Ronnie. I didn't see you pop in. Aw. Yeah, Rosanna was using Coriana chain, and granted, I was in the middle of something, but something happened and the chain got cut accidentally. And Mary suggested just putting the 2 pieces in and crimping it that way so that it looked like the chain was still intact. It was a very, very good idea, and it worked, and it looked beautiful. So that's why I love lives. In that situation, if it wasn't a live, it's more than likely that she would have started over and edited out and whatever else. And instead, we like came up with an earring design, and Mary came up with the fix, and we all learned from it. So that's great. I'm going to email you though, Linda. As soon as I get through Sunday, we will get you scheduled to come on as well. So as soon as we get to that, I just need to get through Sunday before I try to get my brain to concentrate on. I am very excited to have you on. I don't know if you'd be able to, but are you a neat beading area or are you a creative chaos? I'm kind of in the middle. At times I can get very OCD about something to do with like the area, and it all has to be separated and it all has to be labeled and everything else. And then there's other times where it's just like a free for all and it looks crazy to everybody else. That one's drilled too close to the top. But makes sense to us. Aw, I'm sorry, hon. Yeah, I lost a lot of people in the last 5 years, including two of my siblings, both of them younger than me, and way too soon. I'm not saying that it will happen and it'll be that way all the time, but it does get to a point, Linda, where talking about them brings a smile to your face closer than a tear to your eye or tears to your eye. But it's I lost both of my parents, two of my siblings, my brother-in-law, my aunt, who would kill me for saying aunt. So my aunt Samara, she was a very good, like creative person. She made like the junk journaling. She would make packets for those. She'd make little gift tags that were just beautiful, way beyond my abilities. She put colors and textures and everything else, and it's hard. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Aw. My brother that passed was my baby brother, so he would be, let's see, there was 15 years between us. So he would have been 31. He'd be turning 31 this year. So I think rather than finish this off with chain, I think I want to bring the leather in to the top to go around the neck. I don't like beads on the back of my neck. It bothers me because of my fibromyalgia and degenerative nerve disease. So, but I think that would be really pretty and it would help bring the color, the leather back through. And I think I just want to keep it to one repeat. What do you guys think? Should I at least, if we do another repeat, I won't be able to make a bracelet using the blue. I have enough of everything else. But if we do the leather up top, then I would have enough to do bracelet and an earring. So yeah, I think I'm going to do leather. So we just need to crimp off the end, and then we can do our knot. Actually, that's an empty bottle. Heather, you're not going to get anything out of that one. Don't even know I still have it. I think it might be better to tie the knot and hook it directly in that way instead of trying to. I think it'll be easier to crimp with the leather in there than it will be to do the knot through the smaller soft bead along 49 wire. That may not be the case for you, which if it's not, that's okay. This is the thicker. Where is the thinner leather? Here it is. Now, when I measure this leather using my caliper, no matter like how like careful I am to get the measurement, it comes up as 1 millimeter. Just want to like give you the size. Okay, so all you're gonna do is take your leather. You're gonna take your metal tube bead. Don't leave that cover off, you're gonna break it. Oh, I have to cut this. I'm gonna take about that much, which is like 10 inches. Because I will likely use, well, I'm going to have to do another knot. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 12 inches instead of 10. Where did, oh, I put them away where they belong. Think of that. Come down to the bottom. Clip that. Put those away. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the knots. I don't need that much up there to make the knot. You're going to take your tube bead, put it on, go once, twice, 3 times, or 2 times if you're like me and generally prefer a double wrap. In this case, I already used the triple wrap earlier in the design. So I'm going to, and I'm going to wait to glue this until the end. That way I'm not having to work with this when the glue is still wet. So now we're going to come up here. We're going to grab our crimp tubes, but like actually grab them, not just, hello, really? I'm going to go through every single one of these before I find the one I need. Yep. Oh, nope, that's copper. Goodness sakes. Where are my 2 millimeter tubes? I have the 3. I have another empty bottle. The 3. How do I not have the 2? They have to be on my desk then. They must have gotten dumped out because this one doesn't have a, oh, here they are. They were on my desk. Heather. So I will tell you, I have used the magical crimper on a number 3 crimp, and it still looked okay. Okay, I don't think I will need 4, but I don't know why I pulled that out. We're gonna grab our cord, put on our crimp tube, go back around and down through. And I'm gonna want to leave a larger loop than I normally would because, oh, I'm actually going to attach the leather. Almost forgot to do that. You need that bell? Wait, what? Where did I skip a yellow? Oh, thank you. I did. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I need somebody to moderate for me. And then I literally already have it downloaded. That one. I have all of them. I have two different drum rolls. I just need a moderator that can go ahead and do that. So that while I'm live, like if I'm not seeing the chat, they can go ahead and like make that noise to get my attention. Well, how about you be my moderator, Kim? You're so tech savvy and all. Goodness. Oh yeah. Beth was supposed to be moderating for me, but we've had a difficult time connecting lately, so it hasn't happened yet. Yes, yes. For some reason, I thought I did something wrong. No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm very intuitive, Kim, so that wouldn't surprise me. Like I'm sure I've like shared this story before, but there was one night and my back was hurting and I just could not like go to sleep. And then all of a sudden I got this like sharp piercing pain in the middle of my back and like it clicked and I messaged my daughter and said, you can call me crazy and we can laugh about this tomorrow, but I've had back pain all night. And I just had the sharpest pain, and I think you're in labor. And I sent it to her, and I sent it to her on Snapchat so that the notification wouldn't wake her up. And immediately I saw ... And she says, I'm in labor, 4 centimeters dilated. They just gave me my epidural. How the hell did you know that? To which I replied, you will know very, very soon. But yeah, I thought one of my parents was having trouble and couldn't get a hold of them. So I called my sister, who was their caretaker, and was like, is mom okay? Is dad okay? I can't get a hold of anything. And I just have this feeling that like something medically happened. What's going on? And she told me Joe had a heart attack. He just left in the ambulance. So that wasn't when he passed. That was a couple of years before he passed. But so I don't know. I'm a very intuitive person. It's one of the reasons that I give myself the goal, to not allow what other people may think or react or whatever change who I am personally. And that I just need to be true to myself. Oh wait, we didn't put a yellow on top. Should we? Should we end with the yellow or end with the purple? I think I want to end with a yellow because um it's the largest bead that we use, and since we're going into leather, which is thicker, I think it will look better on top of the knot. Like that. Where am I? So I'm gonna do one last yellow, and then I'll still have enough, I think, if I want to use them in the other piece. So we're just gonna end it like this. Do the same thing on the other side, and then we can kind of knot this off. Sorry it took so long because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. It was a long day today, I know. We've already been at this for almost 2 hours. I'd hoped to have the like earrings and or bracelet done too, but okay. Now I'll go ahead and put the crimp tube on, put it through the leather, through the leather. There you go. Oh, that's a little too small. Okay, there we go. And we need the magical crimpers, which I have a pair that I like more than the other. So I made a marking on the plier so I'd know which one I had. Put it in the concavity and squish. Turn it and squish. Squish. Uh-oh, I squished badly. I don't know what I just did there. Thankfully, this is on the first end. It might have been fixable had I kept going, but actually, no, it wouldn't have been okay. So we will need another crimp. Luckily, this generally happens on the first side, and then I'm that much more careful, then I'm more careful. There we go. On the second time, so it doesn't generally happen, but it does occasionally. I like to redo it. I just don't like when you have a connection, and so then when you go to put it on, like either the links together won't like lay flat. You have to like position them. So I try to do that, but yes. The method I use for loops, I don't have. They always turn out the same, but you don't have to make them together, which I don't think Linda does. I don't think she like, if I'm wrong, I apologize. There we go. We got to do a knot on the other side. We're just going to fold it over. Wrap around 3 times, going towards my hand. Did I really do that? I cut one off of the thicker one and one off the thinner one. Don't ask me why. I'm glad I noticed that though. I'm like, wait, why is it so thick looking? Because I was using the wrong stuff. Mm-hmm. No, that's what you wanted to do, Heather. I was like, wait, am I supposed to be doing it in the loop? No, I made the loop first and then connected it the other way. Mm. There we go. Now we crimp. Yeah, I did have plenty of wire. You're right. But hey, I did that on purpose. Completely on purpose. I'm gonna, I just left the bracelet portion on here. If anyone believes that. Ugh. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, make sure that there's no big gaps, but that it's not stiff either. Coil it as you set it down, and then squish. There we go. I used to do the same thing, Kim. I used to only use the like the clamshells and stuff. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad I ended on the yellow. I think it looks nice with the tone of the leather. And then I know that there's a way to do this, and I just have to remember it. There's a way to use a barrel knot, have it be a sliding knot, and it's that you leave the one that you like would make a loop bigger or smaller with, and you use that to tighten or loosen the back of your neck. Becky did it. I just need to channel my best Becky right now so that I can remember how she did it. So take the top two, and then you're going to take this, and you're going to go around once, around twice, come on, around 3 times, and then we're going to go in through here. Only there's no need for the loop. So the loop comes out just like that. I could have used less leather on the other side. And then you are just able to pull it. Woohoo! I got it on the first try. Yay! Woohoo! I figured it out. Okay, got it right on the first try. I'm very happy with myself right now. Let me tell you. The only thing is, oh, Heather, yeah. Okay, I want those about the same. So I need to make sure, yes, it can go over your head with it just where it is right now. But you can not glue these ones. That's the only thing. Because if I put any glue on this knot, there's going to be issues. Now I have to decide if I want to do a little hang down piece right here with a smaller knot and leave it on both sides, but just tell people that this is the one that sizes it. What do you think? Do I leave a dangle on both sides? A leather dangle? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how to do the one where there's 2 knots. I've watched video after video after video. Kelly is the one that I learned a lot of, like, my beginner taking knots from macrame to leather and into jewelry, because I knew how to do a bunch of these knots. So when you're doing macrame, you very rarely tie a barrel knot. I mean, the only time you ever do is when you have like a piece of cord hanging down and you do like a knot here and then a knot here. That's really the only time. That would be good if you could do that. Yes, cover both ends. Yes. Okay. So I have a way of doing that. I also have cord ends that I could have used if this didn't work out and my brain did not work and let me do it the way I remember it needed to be done. I also have metal tubes, or I just tie a smaller knot and let that be the end. That's the other option. I don't know that I have enough leather on this side to do so. No, I don't. Okay, so I will have to find the cord end. Later, or where is it? Why is it the one I want? I always find last. I have done this before. Let me see if I can still do it. It's been a long time since I've done this. So this is a size 3 crimp. It's not a size 2 crimp. I don't know that the ends, nope, it's not big enough. It would have to be a 4. Okay, so let me grab the 4 real quick. Bum, bum, bum. The 4 I cannot do the magical crimper though, that's all. Well, it's 1.8. We can always try. As you can tell, I've never opened this bottle before. Oh, okay. Let me see. These ones might be too big for the magical crimper because it is quite a bit longer. Well, actually, it's barely longer. Like I said, I can cut it off if it doesn't work. But if it does work, that would be cool. Scoosh. Scoosh. Yeah, it's not like folding it on itself like it should be. It's just going back and forth and back and forth. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so I will put cord ends on the end of this later. I will also glue the knots that can be glued, cut them, and tan them the way that I showed you. Let me find a ring, Kim, and I will show you the cat's paw knot. Hold on. Excuse me, shows. I have that. Ooh, I need these. One layer. I just need a donut or just the ring. Here. I know what I'll do. Where did those go? I just had it. What the heck? I was gonna do this with a larger. Oh, duh, Heather. Come on. What were you thinking? Okay, I will make one. Double flush cutters. Take that and then take the 24 gauge. What do I want to wrap this around to get a ring? This will be smaller than that because that did not work. Where are one? This one is way too big, but it's okay. Okay, I just formed a ring around that, around one of these little storage things. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a really tight wrap around it. As I go along, I like to squish them together so that I don't have to do all of that at the end. Plus, that way I know it's really good and tight. So, like every, I don't know, second or third wrap, I squish together. And I always pull my wire through with my full, like around my full finger whenever possible, because that reduces kinks, at least for me. It works for me. But everybody's a little bit different. And sometimes I fold this back over the top of the center, and sometimes I don't. In this case, I am going to pull this, take my pliers and pull this side really tight. like so. Cut it. Same thing on this side. We're good and tight. Like so. Squish it down in both places. Take the wire and fold it. Back onto itself. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that. And then this one, we're also gonna fold back onto itself. Like so. I'm gonna grab my Xeron pliers, make sure I get a really good tight squish here. Same with the other side. And I just slowly work my way up the plier. This one side is longer than the other. It's like a teeny tiny smidge too big to have them like joined together. And of course I cut it just a little bit too big. Okay, there we go. You now have a ring. Okay. We're going to do the knot around the ring in order for it to do it. Rosetta, I have done that on bracelets with just 2 overhand knots. Yeah. Oh, I could have done overhand knots. Thank you for being done with PO or physical therapy. Right? Physical therapy? You said PO earlier. I don't know what that means, but okay. I will do it on camera. I'm sorry. All I did, was I not on camera for this part? I thought I was. Okay, sorry. All right, here we go. We have this, I'm sorry. I overlapped the ends and then I wrapped around it with 24 gauge wire. And then I came back and I folded the end up on itself, but in a way that they should join, like a jump ring or something, so that there's no like pokey spot right there. And then I took my Xeron pliers because this is something I just recently figured out, but know that I'm not the only person that's ever done this before. But I use my Xeron crimpers to, when I fold my wire back over itself, I put my wire into the first notch and I squeeze. And then I go down and I squeeze again, and then I go down and I squeeze again. And this way, A, it's faster. B, I feel like it gets like the tightest point that I can achieve, because they're grooves. Like, you know, when you go to fold wire and you go to like put it together with this, if you don't go ridiculously slow, it will like push this other wire up and then they're kind of crisscrossed. Whereas because they're in the groove, it stays and I can go all the way down to do it. So that's all I did here. I just put my crimper over the top and just slowly went up so that it was tight as possible. Now I'm going to take, do I want to do the one, the little leather? I'm going to do the bigger leather so you can hopefully see it easier. But I'm going to make it to where I can still make a necklace using this ring. I will probably wire up some beads around it. Okay, so with a lark's head knot, you put the loop through and then you pull the cords back through like that. And then you pull this tight and you get a lark's head knot. A cat's paw knot, you're going to hold this and that, and then you're going to slip your ring through once, twice, 3 times, and up. Oops, it came untwisted. Sorry, I dropped the loop. If one like flips out of your hand and you can see that it's no longer twisted, you're gonna have to start over. Sorry, I didn't really leave my loop big enough. Okay, so we are back at not what I want. Okay. A lark's head knot. Go up and through, and then you're gonna pull these through. Okay. Now, no, what are you doing? You stay up here. Okay. So you have the beginnings of a lark's head knot. You're gonna hold where the leather like crosses over itself. Then you're gonna twist the hoop, and you're gonna go once, twice, 3 times, and a 4th time. Now, this has slipped off of where we want it. That's okay. Hold on to where these like cross and slowly start tightening up your knot. And see, I'm going to get it back to where it's supposed to be. Over, and you're just going to slowly pull these down. Oh, please don't fall off. Go back over where you belong, which is right here. Obviously, if you have a fixed string, you can use a fixed string. You don't have to make it yourself. You don't want the layers to get out of whack either. And then you slowly just tighten this by pushing and pulling and everything in between. Where's my other loop, though? Here it is. How did this get twisted like that? There we go. I think I got it back. Nope. The good thing about the cat's paw knot is that it comes undone very easily if you make a mistake. It's one of the easiest to redo. I think that the ring got a little too fiddly on me. Sorry. Okay. Measure up the ends. Put the loop through. Hold the strands through. Hold on to one side and then the other where they're taut. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then grab these together and start whooshing. I hope that's not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nope, I got it. Okay. So we're going to position our knot back where we want it to be, which is over the center piece of metal. So I'm going to have to hold onto this a little looser, pull the knot up just until I get this over where I want it to be. And once I've done that, I will finish tightening this up. Come on. You know where you're supposed to be. There you go. And then it's just a matter of kind of rocking it into position. And I'll show you it again in just a second. And then the good thing is that unlike with a barrel knot, you have space between the two things. Let me move all of this. I'm so sorry. This was like all in the background, which could not have made it easier. Like I said, it's a very easy knot to undo, so I can do it 2 or 3 more times. It's not a problem. Now, if I get it, you can kind of tell when your leather has had enough. And so I can always tell when it's like, okay, nope, you need to cut a new piece of leather, Heather, because it's too, it's already too far gone, or it doesn't look nice, whatever else. So let me undo this and I'll show you again. And you can decide if you want this side of the knot on top or this side of the knot on top. In some designs, I like the line here. Other designs, I like just the slick 3 lines to show. But to undo it, I'm literally just gonna pull that out and then untwist these. So it's not hard to undo and redo it. You always want to do an even number where your twists are concerned. Okay. Oh, hold on. Back down. Front looks just like the back. No, it doesn't look just like the back. Did you get it? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time just so you can see. You start a lark's head knot like so. Did I do a lark's head knot like so? Yes. I just need to pull this up ever so slightly. Grab these where the cords intersect. This is way too big of a loop. It would take forever to tighten that one down. Sorry. So you're just gonna hold on where the leather where the 2 pieces of leather like join together. You're gonna go 1, you're gonna go 2, 3, and 4. All the way around. Then you grab on to the 2 strands. And then you just slowly push this down and then rock the twist down. And you're just going to keep doing this. Obviously, I'm going to need to fix it so it's over the right spot. What the heck did I do? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, it's fine. I do need to make these bottom loops a little bigger so I can fit them over where we wire wrapped. Okay, get it into place and do the final taping. And then, like I said, you just have to decide if you want the line on top or for just the 3 twists. Okay, good. I'm so happy. I can do this whenever you need help, Kim. I would literally start a studio just like this, but rather than go live, I can just send you a link and it would just be the 2 of us in a studio space. And then, like, if you have your phone in front of you, then I can see you. I can show you what I'm doing. And then if you're not getting it, you can show me what it is that you're doing. That's all. But yes, I love the cat's paw knot. Like I said, especially when I want this space in between the 2 strands, which you don't get with the barrel knot. So yes. Okay. You just got a sneaky peek of Bargain Bead box for February. That's what I'm looking at next. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do a bracelet and an earrings to match, just in case you, where did I put it? I was going to show you what I finished up yesterday, but I don't know where I put it. I think I posted a picture. I don't know where the heck I put that, but it's all right. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate it. Oh my goodness gracious. Up on the deck. Oh, I would have been so upset. It's my very expensive flashy lab that fell. They're gorgeous. It is like a continual flash the whole way. I have this one too, which reminds me of holy cow. You know, that wire technique, herringbone. But it's really pretty. This one does have a little chip on it, but I have a little glue on clasp that hides that perfectly. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to get the leaf done and posted. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing it everywhere, I would greatly appreciate it. I would like to have as many eyes on as possible, so that he doesn't think it was a waste of his time or whatever. What is going on with my hair? Okay, anyways, I'm so excited for Sunday. We're not going to do the sale on Saturday. It was just going to be too much. In case you missed that at the beginning, I'm going to do it the following Saturday, where hopefully I'll have more eyes on me too, which would be great. But have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Thanks for always being there for me. I really do mean it. You guys are the best. As always, happy beading.